be a lot more than P equals ma. Distance concept, conditioning, like Master Nelson was talking about the proper breathing. Therefore, yelling, and also bending power. You know, am I bending my elbow when I punch? When I'm bending my wrist when I do things, striking. When I'm bending my knee when I'm kicking. So bending power is very, very critical. Let me go back one more time. So I know you are teaching breaking in every day. I know most of you are assisting. If not, I want you to assist. Has to be, one more time, has to be more than the physics formula. Conditioning is so important. When you are conditioning, for example, when you are conditioning your knuckle, hitting is a good idea, but I always recommend for you to grind. My hand's smaller than Master O, but I know I'm twice stronger than him because I'm very well conditioned. It doesn't hurt much, less probably than him because I hit a lot. Conditioning. So very, very important. The portion that you are using, ball of my foot conditioning, my knuckle conditioning, and also my heel conditioning, and elbow conditioning. So conditioning is a key. Traditional dojang, when you go to traditional dojang, most of every traditional dojang, they have a 단련대. 단련대 meaning either in the dojang 6x6 post with the rope around, and you get conditioning that, you know? Conditioning that. So not only the soft target, but also, you know, wooden target. Many years ago, we used the trees. Bending. Teach your student to bend properly. You know, this is a bending, good, hana, and pulling it back. Bending, good, and pulling it back. Distance. Almost the same as bending concept. You gotta have a proper distance. If this is my target, and out of 1, 2, 3, 2/3 of the distance should be right here, and last 1/3 will be penetrating. So instead of stopping at the surface, you do that way. Distance concept. Yelling, of course. You know, we have purpose of yelling. When I yell, in our attendance card, we are to develop our internal strength and power. But when you are yelling, you gain more confidence. When you are yelling, you gain more power. When you are yelling, you can eliminate the fear. When you are yelling, you can break your opponent's concentration. So many, many different reasons why you are yelling. So breaking time, yelling would be very, very critical. So I'm not going to go over the white belt, high white belt routine by routine. You really have to understand the key element. Now, when you do sparring, remember when you are coming to the Taekwondo basics, we teach them this horseback riding stance. Horseback riding. We teach them. We teach them all the basics together. And 앞차기, 뒤차기, same different way. But when you do sparring, concept is different. So now sparring basic would be most of everything is beginning from this stance and proper bouncing, making sure you'll be able to bounce good. And you want to do several, many times so that they understand the concept. Before I do sparring, making sure I go over that. Just like when I teach Pumse, Then I go over some of the fundamental stance, proper breathing. Sparring, rhythm is the key. Very important rhythm. And a lot of times you also have to get not only you know how to hit, but also you have to know how to get hit. It's a very, very important training in our Taekwondo. So, when you are teaching sparring, you want to give your student the confidence that they will be able to do sparring. They want to enjoy the sparring instead of they having a fear. All of a sudden you have a sparring class, sparring week, attendance drops maybe 20-30%. You want to reverse that. How do I do that? Cardiovascular is okay. Before you getting into contact, making sure they enjoy, understand, giving them strategy, step by step. So sparring is a very, very important part of our training. Well, sparring can be Taekwondo element, right? 5 different topics. 품새, 겨루기, 호신술, 격파, and 도덕. So meaning 호신술 is a self-defense, and the 겨루기 is like sparring, but sparring, we are accustomed to use Olympic style 겨루기. So we seem to follow that. But 겨루기 meaning not only in the ring for Olympic style sparring, 겨루기 meaning street fighting is a 겨루기 too. So making sure rhythm is very, very important. Distance is very important. So find out some of the key elements. Of course, I want you to teach our Dojang curriculum. So critical, you gotta do it. But because you are teaching, you need to know more, understand more. So for example, when you do simple 앞차기 and 돌려차기, when you are doing 품새, I use the concept plus minus plus concept. Plus concept meaning after you are kicking and stopping like this. And after kicking you are stopping. Times concept. Instead of a plus concept, times concept. Then you have a no pause. Ta right away. Not 1 plus 1, it is 1 times 1. Go, go, go. For example, Matt Majeski, sir, do. Now this is more of the plus. Roundhouse kick 1 at a time. Like what I teach the 품새 time, roundhouse kick without bouncing. Good. This is a plus. Roundhouse kick, go. Stop. 2. 3. This is more of the plus concept. 앞차기 same thing, 뒤차기 2. Let me see you turning back kick.
Side or what, sir?
Turning back kick.
Yes, sir.
Ready? Go.
Oh, I was aiming for target. Sorry.
Yeah,
I did
target.
not look
Go.
at that.
And again, go. So this is more of the plus concept. Now, let me talk to you about the times concept. See what it means, not bouncing. Instead of doing roundhouse 1 at a time, he will go, bam, bam, bam. Go now, go. So, sparring time, you want to differentiate that. Because your opponent, your enemy will not leave you alone. You are in a boundary, you just have to move around. Without any reason, you simply rhythm and bouncing may not be, I don't know why you're doing it, but you need to know why you're doing it. To trap my opponent, to set it up so I can have a good advantage. So rhythm is a very, very key. Now we teach them self-defense. Teach them self-defense. Let me have a, okay. I want to have a Zen and the instructor Majeski together.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Turn it up.
get your distance. Try again, get your distance. Get your distance. Okay, when you do get your distance, always leave one fist apart. And that's the way, when I'm punching right there, making sure I instead of hitting, I stop at the about fist away. So, next one, 준비. Let me see your blue belt self-defense technique. Okay, Zen, I want you to attack, and Matt, demonstrate number 1 for blue. Go.
Sir. Catch! Oh, slip. Catch!
And go back.
Sir.
Now I'm looking at their body language. I want to correct 2 things
Oh,
right there.
sir.
See? Now, attack. Go. Stop. Okay. First one is knife and inside block. Okay. Go back. Attack. Always face my center of my face. Perfect. That's good. See here, this one knife in inside block, but I saw you were doing this.
Yes, sir.
This one, then after that, horseback riding stance, elbow, sitting down, will help like this, right? And now, instead of you are hitting here, I want you to make sure go to groin.
Yes, sir.
Then finish right there and going back. Now, this is not something, I'm not talking about the routine today. I do want to talk about the couple important elements when you are teaching one-step self-defense. Distance concept. Why your distance is limited? Somebody tell me, Karthikeyan, you tell me, stand up.
Yes, sir.
What is the definition of one-step self-defense?
Choreograph kicks and punches at a one-step distance, sir.
Okay, it's the key thing, key word would be one-step distance. Okay? Basically, what it is, pre-arrange the fighting skill at one-step distance. It's pre-arranged, meaning Caroline knows what I'm gonna do, then I know what she's gonna do. But thing is, we are at the one-step distance, limited. Therefore, controlling your skills is so important. We teach control. I want them to have a safety gear. We hit, but control. No safety gear, still control, hit. If not, face area and stopping before you make contact. So control is the key thing during the self-defense. Next one will be your body language. I want to make sure you have a good, very well disciplined body language when teaching self-defense. No giggling, no laughing. Laughing and giggling during the self-defense training is not going to help. I love to see you having good time. I love to see you smiling in between classes. When you meet somebody, you know every one of the instructors here, they are very, very gentle and they are all high quality role model individuals. But when we are engaging in teaching, when you are on the floor, when we are on the floor doing things, we are very serious. Physically, like the Master Sim was, Master Sim was talking about 3 items, big. He said, coming to me so strong, should be coming to you so strong too. Physically, mentally, and spiritually, you have to engage. But one of you, my partner is like laughing during my self-defense. Either I made a mistake, you see that a lot. So you have to teach them proper body language. This is a way to begin. When you finish, you go like this. Then he's ready to go. Without this, I'm not having him go. Let's say he hands other than this, put your hands some other place. He's not ready. You know, so therefore, this is a proper body language for self-defense. So now, before I attack, look at this. I'm here like this. Okay, then I go. So when you are at ready position, then you'll be able to attack and you'll be able to defend. When you are down, make sure you go to proper jump stance. Do you understand your body language that what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
And key hopping is so important because you are pre-arranged fighting skill. So you are key hopping before you do, hey, are you ready to defend? Then you say, yes, I am ready. When I'm done, then I finish, hey, I'm done. So yelling is a very, very important communication. Okay?
Sir.
So when teaching self-defense, make sure you gotta cover a lot more than like the simple routine transmission. You have to a lot more. Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Give them a hand. And teach this, guide our students so that they understand the value. And I'm very concerned, society is getting really civilized and traditional values really fading away from the society nowadays. More so than anything, we are losing the traditional martial values on the dojang floor. I want you to be a good and bad guys when you are teaching. Somebody in the dojang, on dojang floor, why do you bow? You know, why do you bow when you are coming in? Before I get on the mat, before I get off the mat, then I do this. Before I get on the mat, again, I do this. I'm not bowing to the flags. Some of you are thinking that way, but I am respecting this, the mat, the floor. The moment when I put my feet on the floor, then I'm going to be ready mentally, physically, spiritually. When I leave, same thing. That's the reason why Taekwondo has been lasting so long. That's one of the reasons why some of the concerned masters and Taekwondo teachers are concerned about Taekwondo in the Olympics. Taekwondo in the Olympics is good, but on the other hand, it can be dangerous. Because their concept is only winning. I still support Taekwondo to be in the Olympics, but we gotta, concern is I will never, it'll be within my heart all the time. When you are on the dojang floor, make sure you gotta have a proper mental attitude. The moment when you are get on the floor, children running around, it's very difficult for me to see children running on the dojang floor and other people just simply becoming horseplay, recreational the space. This is not a Chuck E. Cheese. So you be a good guy guiding them. Sometimes you have to be a bad guy telling them not to do. In a way, making sure you know how to talk, diplomatically sometimes. Sometimes you have to be harder than that. Typically what I do, then I go, thank you for not running. Then I say that. Then sometimes I'm grabbing. Walk, okay? And I do that way. Then I will talk to Dad. Can you help us, because we're trying to create the positive learning atmosphere, and also when children running around, it's a safety issue. Please help us. We communicate. So to me, dojang floor is like a sanctuary. Okay, now I have a 10-minute play, dodgeball. That's okay, because we have a time slot. Next 10 minutes, we're going to do this. Sometimes you create an outlet. But I do not want that outlet to be so wide and bigger than anything else. When masters and senior instructors are coming in, making sure stand up. Martial meaning military. We got to have some military discipline, a value. So, and I'm so happy that you all came to the Instructors Academy. This is for your opportunity to improve, understand more and appreciate more about the traditional Taekwondo. I am all about Taekwondo. I'm all about Taekwondo. I'm still learning. I have a title, Grandmaster, but I'm still learning. I learned a lot from many of you. I learned a lot from my own students. Never ending. But in the end, and I'm going to realize I did it for physically, mentally, spiritually. Master Nelson just finished your morning and exercise. I speak to a grandmaster in Korea. We do all different exercises, physical exercises, my toes and ankle, knee, waist, my chest, and also shoulder and neck and everything, including the brain. Because I want to get my body to be ready to do meditate. That's the ultimate goal of doing all kinds of physical exercises. So you'll be able to sit with the full lotus position, then sit there for 24 hours without really hurting. So you are making your body to be there. Because your mind and body gap is so wide, we want to make sure reduce. Whatever your mind wants to do, your body should be able to do, but it's getting further and further away as you are getting aged. Stand up, please. Okay, Junior! You can spread the line a little bit. I'm going to spend some time with Taekwondo Kumse. Speed! 10 steps.